Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines and many other sectors.
Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today Television. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand the closing action on the D Street, starting from the benchmark index moves to sectoral action and all the stocks that are buzzing in trade today, and we will help you with stock ideas which our experts will share with you. Joining in on this show with me are two very special guests. Osho Krishan joins in. He's the Senior Research Analyst from Angel One, and Raghvendra Singh also joins in. He's a market expert. Welcome to both of you and Happy New Year as well. Well, after 3 days of little bit consolidation, slight dips on the markets, it looks like the markets are rebounding very, very smartly. The Nifty right now is 132 points higher in trade at 21,648. Even on the Sensex, we are looking at double-digit returns coming in. All the sectors of the Nifty right now are up into the green, especially led by the strong move that's coming in on the Realty pack. Is the Nifty Bank that's also risen up about 1% higher, so it's outperforming both the Nifty and the Sensex right now. But the Nifty Realty Index is the one that is hogging all the limelight, with even the top gainers on the Nifty, including names like Godrej Properties as some of the top gainers. In fact, Oberoi Realty is also one more stock from the same space that's also running through the roof right now. The Nifty Realty Index is definitely about 6% higher in trade. A very smart move coming in. Let me come to you first, Osho, and ask you, of course, it's the weekly expiry of the Nifty. Is it going as per your expectations, and what do you expect from here on Nifty and Nifty Bank, the strategies that you can recommend?
Very good afternoon, Sakshi. First of all, Happy New Year and thank you for inviting me at your show. Well, now talking about Nifty, we have seen that 21,500 has seen a very strong pivotal support zone for our market, because bulls are being very much adamant, because even if we will be looking at the starting of the day, then our market have decoupled with the global peers, and from the opening bell till now it has maintained the higher highs, higher lows pattern on the higher side. If we will be talking on the derivatives front, then 21,600 and 700 call writers have made aggressive positions in yesterday trade, and today we are witnessing that 21,700 and slightly higher 21,800 is also attracting the call writers. So I am expecting that for today there might be a subdued close where our market is already approximately 21,620 to 660 is the zone. In between, I am expecting our market to get closed for the day. But overall, we have seen that the 21,500 level has seen a very strong support zone, and market once again has pushed upwards in the same slender range of 21,500 to 21,800. So we can expect the consolidation to continue in the near period, with a lot of thematical movers in between, because as you have mentioned today, many numbers of counters, specifically reality sector, have seen a very strong upside movement. So we are expecting that from here onwards there will be movers, and one could definitely gauge on those counters which are looking very positive on the technical fronts.
Absolutely. Raghvendra, let me bring you in the conversation as well. What do you think has led to this smart recovery on the D Street today? Is there any possible trigger for this, or do you think the markets have seen a buy on dip yet again from the recent dips, and where do you see the markets are headed now?
Very good afternoon, Sakshi, and Happy New Year to you and your viewers. As far as Nifty and Bank Nifty is concerned, we have seen, almost 3 to 4 days of consolidation and downward move. And after that, Nifty had made, 21,470, 21,400 level base, because, monthly option writers are intact near 21,300, 21,400 on put size, and 22,000 on the higher side. So the move was around, 21,400 for this upside move. So I'm expecting again, Nifty has given a very strong breakout above 21,500 and 600. If we sustain and close above this level, I'm expecting 22,000 in the next week. The next Theme should be, I think, IT and the large cap stocks, SDFC, ICICI, Reliance Industries. They are going to lead market till 22,000. And apart from that, there are few IT stocks, Infosys, TCS, Wipro. They are lagging behind, and I think they will lead from the front, and they can push up the Nifty on the higher side.
Okay, fair enough. Raghvendra and Osho, I will ask you also the stunning move on the real estate space. What do you make of it? And is this just sectoral action, sectoral rotation that's taking place? Is there more to this kind of a realty demand that we are seeing? I mean, the realty index is, I think, doubled itself from April of 2023 until so far. Even a lot of stocks have doubled their value from that time until today. It's definitely at a multi-year high again, 6% uptick on the Nifty Realty at 836. What do you make of the stunning move on the real estate space, especially for all the viewers? Remember, before the markets had opened, we had already talked to you about how it could be turning out to be a real estate day, and that's how exactly it has panned out.
See, overall, the reality space has been gaining a lot of traction. As you have mentioned that from the past approximately 1 year, it has almost have been doubled from the levels. And specifically, if I'll be talking about the stocks, then many companies are still looking very positive from here onwards. We have witnessed fresh breakout in companies like Shobha, Oberoi Realty. DLF is looking very positive as of now. So till the trend continues, one should definitely ride the momentum. There can be some kind of in-between blips or profit booking that can be seen. But overall structure for realty space is looking very positive, and I will advise to better ride this momentum on the stock specific front. For now, Shobha, Godrej Properties, Oberoi Realty and different counters are looking very positive as of now. So one should definitely try to buy these counters for the time being, and even in the coming future, looking at the overall momentum, one can definitely look for a decent gain even from these levels also.
Okay, Raghvendra, your top picks from the real estate pack, and what do you really see going forward from here for this entire sector?
So overall, realty sector is looking very promising, and I think Godrej Properties and Lodha Developers, these are two my picks. Godrej Properties, I have been already recommended so many times on this channel at around 1700, 1800. Now we are trading around 2200. Still, I'm expecting this stock can touch 2500 plus level within 2-3 months of the time span. Apart from that, the Lodha Developers that we know, a very strong company, very good balance sheet, and overall the sales growth are looking very promising. So I'm expecting these two companies to make good profit for the investors in the near term.
Okay, fair enough. And Godrej Properties currently is the top gainer on the F&O space as well, 8.4% higher, 2,255 as the current levels. We also have Oberoi Realty as one of the top movers here in the F&O action, 6.5% high in trade. DLF follows suit, and we're also looking at some more counters. There are, of course, Sobha Limited and Macrotech Developers are also showing high single-digit returns coming in on the entire real estate pack as well. Osho, let me come to you. Of course, we are looking at the sectoral rotation pan out. Yesterday, for example, was a pharma day as well. Before that, it was an auto day as well. So every day we are looking at some of the other sectors really taking the lead. But when it comes to the large cap space, where exactly are you concentrating your focus? Are there any one or two picks that you can highlight from the large cap section?
See, overall, as you have mentioned that there are thematic movers that are playing the market. Overall, as of now also, pharma companies are also looking very positive. It is just that for today, real estate has taken the whole limelight, so we are not focusing on the pharma space. But my first pick is from the pharma sector. The heavyweight counter is Oro Pharma. If I'll be looking at the Oro Pharma chart, then it is hovering at its 52 weeks high, has given a breakout in today's session, and we can expect a decent upside rally in Oro Pharma for a positional basis. On immediate basis, one can definitely look for a target of 1155 to 1160, while on the downside, one should keep a strict stop loss of 1090. Even from the financial space have started gaining traction. If I'll be talking about the banking and as well as financial counters, both are looking very positive. Currently, the focus is something on the financial space. Muthoot Finance on the front have given a fresh breakout today. So I'm expecting till the time it sustains above the zone of 1500, any dip towards the zone of 1510, 1500 odd levels should be arguing very well for this counter. One should definitely try to accumulate for the immediate target of 1560, keeping a strict stop loss of 1475.
Okay, since you've talked about the finance space, let me just talk to Raghvendra and take his top picks as well from the finance names. A lot of banks and NBFCs are coming out with their business update. We saw IndusInd Bank coming out with a strong update. We saw Bajaj Finance coming up with a strong update. AU Finance Bank as well. Bandhan Bank also. And all of these stocks are buzzing in trade today. Again, the Nifty Services Index is up by 1% or so. How are you positioned on the financial space, Raghvendra? Any top bets that you would be mentioning from here?
I think, Sakshi, if you can see the financial stocks, Bajaj Finance, Cholamandalam Finance, Muthoot Finance, all stocks are given a strong breakout on the chart. They were the unbeaten from past few months, and there were some kind of more confidence from the investor side. So I'm expecting this kind of moment in the near term also. I think Bajaj Finance, this stock can touch very soon 1800 Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance 8000 plus. So these are the stocks I think they can give good return in near term. They are looking very promising on the chart also.
Okay, fair enough. The other pocket that is moving very, very strongly again today is Midcap 100 index. Remember, yesterday also it touched a record high level despite the overall muted trend in the markets, and the midcaps are still doing very, very strong, 1.5% higher in trade. Of course, apart from the real estate space, which we have already discussed, there are other stocks that are moving up. Say stocks like Torrent Power, of course, with the kind of news flow as well over here. There is a fillip to the stock, and 7.5% move is what we can see on this one. 1013. It was trading at 1005 odd levels in the morning trading session. We were when we were talking about this stock. It still is holding on to that momentum coming in. Apart from this, Max Healthcare, Poonawalla FinCorp, JSW Energy, United Breweries, Container Corporation. These are some of the stocks that are moving up very, very smartly in the mid-cap space as well. Osho, would you like to give your view on Torrent Power and any other mid-cap pick that is on your radar as well?
Firstly, about Torrent Power, then as you have mentioned, in today's market, there was news to obviously all the power sector were on the buzz. Even on the technical front, we have seen a very strong breakout in Torrent Power. Looking at the recent correction that it has seen from the starting of the day, it has dipped from the zone of 1070 odd levels towards 1015. But overall, still it is having a very strong potential to again retest the zone of 1070. Although we are having a target of 1080 to 1100 for the positional basis, looking at the overall momentum and the trading volume that has been seen in this counter, the structure wise, Torrent Power is looking very positive, and one can definitely one can even accumulate at current levels for a target of nearly 1080 to 1100 on a positional basis. Now, the other counters which are looking very positive as of now, there are many counters, but specifically from the media, Sun TV is looking very promising because it has seen a strong breakout in yesterday's session, and today also it has seen a follow-up buying. So currently hovering around the zone of 725, 730 odd levels. But from here onwards also one can even accumulate this counter for a higher target of nearly 750 on immediate basis. So there are many counters which have seen a very strong breakout in today's session. We just have to wait for a follow-up buying. For example, as we have seen a follow-up buying in Sun TV today, so one can definitely try to gauge such kind of momentum in these market conditions.
Okay. Raghvendra, bringing you in the conversation, you know, the S&P BSE Utilities Index is also at a fresh all-time high. We are looking at Torrent Power and several other power utilities, NTPC, Power Grid, they're all moving up. IEX is in flavor again. How are you looking at this entire space, and which would be your top preferred space or stock from this particular sector?
So overall sector is looking very promising from past 1 year, from past 6 months. We have seen almost 100%, 60%, 70% movement in the stock. So I'm expecting again REC, PFC. REC is looking very good. If we cross 440, I think this can go up to 460, 465. PFC is very looking very strong above 400. I'm expecting 450, 460 within a month or two. So all power stocks except there are few stocks which are not doing good, but still I'm expecting overall the sector to outperform in near term.
Okay, fair enough. The one stock that's catching my attention, Osho, is Hindustan Copper. It's also moving up in the FNO space. It's up about 6 odd percent in trade in the FNO space at 290 odd levels. I think it's about 11 or a 12-year high for Hindustan Copper. Would you look at the charts and tell us what do you really find out for Hindustan Copper, the way forward from here? It's currently at 277, and does it make sense for investors to even invest in afresh at the current levels?
See, overall, the metal space has gained a lot of buying traction in the recent period. But if I'll be looking at the overall market, is at a very overbought position, but is still having potential to go on the higher end. So Hind Copper, again, if we will be looking at the recent developments, it has went to the zone of 275 odd levels. It has corrected. That means a price-wise correction has been there for almost 4. It has gained some kind of traction. So from here onwards, definitely one can expect an upside target, but it's not very aggressive. On immediate basis, 285 to 286 is the first target, followed by 296. But once it reaches the zone of 285, then one should definitely try to book some of their profits and trail their stop losses on the higher end. For now, the stop loss that one should maintain in this counter is near about 264 on the spot levels, because this is being the recent closing in this counter, and once breaches down below this counter, this level, then there can be some kind of more profit booking that can attract as of now. But overall, the structure looks positive, and from here onwards, it still has the potential to go on the higher front.
Okay, fair enough. There are some stocks that are buzzing in trade, and I'd like to mark some of those prices for all our viewers from the Nifty 500 index. Century Textiles, it's 12.5% higher, trading at 1400 levels. DCM Shriram, 10% higher, 11% higher in trade. Brigade Enterprises, 6.5%. We've already discussed some of the real estate stocks. Bombay Burma Trading Company, 6.7% higher in trade. We also have Cholamandalam Investment, IIFL Finance, that's moving up. Borosil Renewables, that's moving up as well. EIH, I think it's the 4th or 5th session when it's constantly moving higher in trade. So these are some of the stocks that are really buzzing in trade. Raghvendra, anything that attracts you from the names that I just mentioned? From the broader markets that holds potential for a medium to long-term investment?
Century Textiles and EIH, EID Perry, you can say EIH. So these two stocks are looking good. I think Century Textiles are given very strong breakout above 1360, 1370. If we manage and close above 1400, so I think 1460, 1470 level can be there, and we can keep one small stop loss of 1365, 1370. And apart from that, EIH, I think this stock also given a very strong breakout on the chart, and this can also go above almost 400, 500 level within next 6 to 7 months.
Okay, Osho, your pick. Would you go with Century Textiles or EIH or any other name?
There are many from the hospitality. I am more I'm more convinced with the breakout seen in Indian hotels. Indian hotels have seen a breakout in yesterday's session around the zone of 445, 450 odd levels, and today we have seen a very strong follow-up buying. So from here onwards, one can definitely expect that now the support has been shifted on the higher end. 450 should be acting as a very strong support. So even in the near period, if the counter comes near the zone of 455, 450 odd levels, that should be arguing very well for the buyers. And even from hospitality towards travel, all the counters are looking very positive. If I'll be talking about the railway counters or the airline companies, these counters are looking very positive. So one should definitely track this as a theme, and they should definitely look for buying these counters for a short to medium term time frame.
Okay, very, very interesting hospitality, tourism stocks that are going to be in focus. And Raghvendra, I think earlier we were talking about, revenge travel after COVID. Then we started to talk about, people traveling in for World Cup and for several other stuff. And now I think everybody's traveling to Ayodhya for the big event on 22nd. Absolutely. And that's why the flavor is again picking up pace. Any interesting pick from the sector that you have in your mind?
Indian Hotel is looking very good. We have recommended so many times on this channel, so that
Yeah.
that stock already doing good. Apart from this sector, Sakshi, I think NMDC and IRCTC, these two stocks are really looking very promising on the chart. IRCTC, if we manage to close above 900, 920 level, I'm expecting above 1000, 1100 plus within next 2 to 3 months. And apart from that, NMDC, a very strong structural breakout above 220, 215. I think this stock can go up to 250, 260 level on the higher side, and the very small stop loss we can keep at 210, 215 level.
Okay, fair enough. One more stock that's catching my attention is Poonawalla Fincorp. I briefly mentioned it, but I did not take your view. Osho, if you could talk about this stock and what do you see as the next target for this stock, because the company has posted record quarterly disbursements of 8,730 crores in the third quarter of the current fiscal year. And as per the business update that the company has filed, the total disbursements have risen 159% on a year-on-year basis as well. So very strong business update coming in for this NBFC. What would you say at 448? 4% surge is what we are seeing.
See, this counter is at a very interesting level. It is on the verge of breakout. If we will be talking at its previous swing high, it was nearly 450, 51 odd levels, and currently it is hovering around the same levels. And looking at the overall trading volumes that can be seen in today's session, it is looking very promising. So tomorrow I am expecting that there can be strong follow-up buying that can attract this counter. For immediate basis, on the higher end, we can expect 20 odd points of rally. That means 470 should be the target on immediate basis. But overall, this counter have seen a very strong rounding bottom formation. That means from the zone of 450, it has retracted or it has came back towards the zone of 350 and again is moving higher for a breakout on the verge of a breakout. So one can definitely look immediately 470, but on the medium term perspective, one can definitely look for 80 to 90 odd points from here onwards.
Okay, got that. Raghvendra, let me ask you your view on one stock, DCM Shriram. The stock is up about 11 odd percent. There is news flow that's coming in that the company has signed a memorandum of understanding with the government of Gujarat to invest a proposed 12,000 crore rupees by 2028. And perhaps this is one reason why the stock is also showing some momentum today. Your thoughts on the stock?
DCM Industry, right?
DCM Shriram.
Okay, DCM Shriram.
It's currently trading at around 1144, 10% higher in trade right now. There has been a sudden sharp spike with volumes on this stock right now.
So there is some news, I think, because of that we have seen
Yes.
this kind of a spike in last 10-15 minutes. Apart from that, the stock has given very strong breakout above 11, as a biscuit 1120, 1100 level. We have to be focused on tomorrow's volume and tomorrow's uptrend. If we manage with this momentum, then we can definitely go above 1200. But I think this is the time to book your profit and keep aside.
Okay. Osho, anything else that has caught your fancy, over the last 15-20 minutes, something that I may have missed in the markets?
Yes, Bharti Airtel have seen a very strong breakout just now around the zone of 1040. So from here onwards, one can expect a very strong upside movement like a BTST call or even for a positional basis also. On immediate basis, the upside target comes around the zone of 1065 to 70. But overall, the momentum is very positive for this counter. The overall telecom industries are performing very well. So one can expect this counter to test the zone of 1100 also in the coming period. Overall, structure wise, this counter is looking very buoyant, very robust. So definitely one should try to keep it even if they have a investment point of view for a longer term.
Okay, fair enough. Raghvendra, what about you? Any particular stocks that you would like to highlight that investors can continue to hold for a medium to long term?
Bank of Baroda. Bank of Baroda has given very strong breakout above 234, 237 on the closing basis. And I think this stock can go up to 245, 260 level tomorrow or day after tomorrow. and we can keep a one small stop loss for 234, 233 level. So this is stock looking very good for me.
Okay. One more space that I wanted to discuss, Osho, is the entire fertilizers and the chemical space that has also started to buzz once again. And I'm looking at a stock, Gujarat Narmada Valley Fertilizers, that's moving up very smartly in the FNO space, 7.4% higher at 819 rupees odd in this space as well. How would you look at the momentum that's building up in the fertilizer pack, and does this stock or any other stock really show some promise to you?
There are many counters which are gaining strongly over a time period of, let's say, 3 to 4 months. Specifically, if I'll be talking about GNFC, then we can definitely see that this counter is facing strong support from the zone of 21 exponential moving average, and it is continuously hovering in the cycle of higher highs, higher lows. So even at current price also, one can accumulate it, but overall there should not be very much aggressive buying in this counter. If there will be any kind of correction towards the zone of 760, 780, then definitely that can attract more buyers. But more counters like Deepak Fertilizers and Coromandel is looking very positive. If I'll be talking about the levels of Deepak Fertilizers, then today in the morning it has seen a very strong upsurge. Currently it is hovering around the zone of 1.2% on the higher end. But overall, structure wise, it has came out from the correction phase. That means it has came out from the 200-day SMA, above the 200-day SMA, and one can definitely expect a strong upsurge from here onwards. Now one can expect a reversal in this counter. On immediate basis, 800 is the target that one can expect from medium term time frame, and once it surpasses those levels, then one can even look for higher levels also.
Okay, fair enough. We are just about 3 minutes away from the close of the day. It's panned out to be a good trading session for the markets. 156 points higher for the Nifty right now, 21,676 coming in. Raghvendra, any other key sectors that you are getting super bullish on where the next sectoral rotation will take place?
Insurance sector, ICICI, Lombard, and apart from that, LIC Housing Finance. These two stocks are looking very good because JFM is there. All insurance companies make tremendous businesses. So I think ICICI Lombard can get benefit of it. ICICI, apart from ICICI Lombard, I'm expecting LIC Housing Finance, which are given a very strong breakout today above 560. So these two stocks, I'm looking very much, positive on this stock. So these two stocks can do very good in near term.
Okay, Osho, do you find in the insurance space of interest currently?
See, in insurance, there is not very strong traction that can be seen as of now, but there are many counters which are looking very positive. If I'll be talking about LIC insurance, then LIC have given a breakout around the zone of 820, and it is sustaining on the higher front. So any dip towards the zone of 820, that will be again testing the breakout neckline. So from there onwards, one can definitely expect a higher range in this counter. Overall, insurance counters are looking very positive, but as of now, they don't have that much of momentum with them as of now, but the trend is still on the buyer's front.
Fair enough. Lastly, Raghvendra, on the FMCG space, how are you positioned? We are looking at some momentum being built up on the heavyweight counters like Britannia, Nestle, even HUL. ITC was moving in the last 2-3 sessions again. And even stocks like which are in the second rung of the FMCG space, say a Tata Consumer Products or a Godrej Consumer Products, even they have started to show some momentum. How would you be tracking the momentum here, and any particular stocks you'd like to highlight?
In FMCG sector, all stocks have given strong breakout except Dabur. Dabur, from past 1 or 2 years, Dabur is trading in the range of 500 to 600. Now it is time to accumulate Dabur. Dabur, I think, can stock, this stock can touch above 600, 620 level very soon. A very small stop loss of 550, and I think above 700, 7 to 800 level in next 6 to 8 months. So this is my pick for the from FMCG sector.
Okay, fair enough. Well, on that note, thanks a lot, Raghvendra, and thanks a lot, Osho, for being with us on this very special edition. We'll start wrapping up the markets now. And right now, if you see, the Nifty is hovering 150 points higher in trade, 21,668 currently on the Nifty. You're also looking at all the sectors of the Nifty up into the green. The Nifty Bank, for example, that's the one that's moving higher by about 1%. 48,231 can be seen on the Nifty Bank as well. The broader markets, smart gains, 1.7% uptick for the Midcap 100 index. It's up by 47. It's already up at 47,324 odd levels as well. The small cap index or the small cap 100 index is up by 1%. 15,336 kind of levels can be seen for this one. It's the Nifty Realty index that has stolen all the limelight today with 6.6% gains coming in. So very, very smart move on the Nifty Realty, multi-year highs for this Realty index. And this comes after about 80% surge that the Nifty Realty already posted in the previous year. That's 2023. So the momentum goes on very, very strongly. Within that space, you have Sobha that's risen 16% in trade. That's the top mover in the realty space today. Macro tech developers 9.5% higher in trade. Remember, Sobha was something that 2 days back alone we had discussed about this stock, and the stock has been doing very, very well. Godrej Properties was definitely one of the top recommended stocks from the real estate space over the last 2 or 3 trading sessions. If you look at all of our all of our shows, you will find that at least one of the experts have talked about Godrej Properties, and even today Raghvendra mentioned this as one of his top picks. 7.8% higher in trade for this one. DLF shows promise, 6.5% higher. Brigade Enterprises 6.4% higher. Prestige Estates 5.5% higher. Oberoi Realty also up by 5%, and Mahindra Life Spaces again up in trade. Many of them also hitting their 52-week high levels as well. Among the top movers as far as the Nifty 50 stocks are concerned, it's Bajaj Finance that's been the top gainer with 4% gains after that strong business update the company has posted. NTPC, Tata Consumer Products, ONGC, IndusInd Bank, and also Adani Ports. These are the stocks that have risen anywhere between 2.5 to 3.5 and even 4.5% higher in trade. Among the laggards, let's also look at the Nifty losers today, and you will find BPCL, LTI Mindtree, Dr. Reddy's, HCL Technologies and Hero MotoCorp as the big draggers with over 1% kind of a downtick. In the F&O space, Godrej Properties, Godrej Consumer Products, Gujarat Narmada Valley, Vodafone, Container Corp and DLF are the top 5 movers in the F&O space. Nifty 500, you have stocks like Century Textiles topping the charts, DCM Shriram follows, Bombay Burma Trading Company, Brigade Enterprises, Hindustan Copper. These are the top movers as far as the Nifty 500 stocks are concerned. With that, we will wrap up this special edition for you, but do stay tuned on to Business Today TV to catch all the updates from the world of business and stock markets.
Darwin Platform Group of Companies is one of the fastest growing diversified Indian conglomerates with global footprints. It is setting up offices globally and tying up with companies across the globe for multiple sectors. The company has ventured into real estate and construction, stockbroking and finance, arms and ammunition, mining, airlines, and many other sectors.
In today's rapidly evolving business environment, when risk is omnipresent, managing risks is no longer just about ticking a few boxes. Businesses need to maintain a panoramic view of risks to stay ahead of the curve. Join us to explore how organizations can rethink risk to unlock new possibilities and become fit for future. At PwC presents De-Risking the Future in collaboration with Business Today.
Exactly should it be focused on? You did see some of the underperforming sectors coming in forward. How are you going to be deploying fresh money? Which key trends that you're going to be focusing on? Top 2 or 3 themes that you would be focusing on in this new year?
The real